Tappa Film Production House presents Episode 38. Here we go. Episode 8. Yo, Tappa Film. Tappa Film, Tappa Film. Let's go live. Let us go live. What is going on live in the place to be? How's it going? It's the Real Marcoux, episode 38. We are on the final stretch here. What's up, Real Matthew? How are you doing, man? Nice to see you. Congratulations on a crazy year. Oh my gosh. Yo. Dolly. Dolly. Pedestal. Ooh, I'm getting tricky with you. Pedestal, 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 pedestal. You could also call this a slide. Ah, you sprained your foot. Oh my gosh, man. I'm so sorry. So you'll be panning from a tripod. Panning from a tripod. Tilting from a tripod. Zooming from a tripod. Sorry, man. No dollying for you. Unless you have a wheelchair. If you have a wheelchair, it makes a great dolly. Oh my gosh, get a wheelchair. Do some dollying, man. I'm really sorry, man. I don't mean to take light of your situation. I hope you feel better. Take it easy, man. Take it easy. But yeah, pan, pan, pan. Tilt, tilt, tilt. Roll, roll, roll. Dolly, truck, pedestal. Yo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you guys had a great time at the Senior Awards. Well, not the Senior Awards, the Senior Show. It was pretty fantastic, and it's up there on the Top Stars YouTube channel and on this channel as well. I did 2 different presentations of the senior films, and they're awesome. They are just amazing. Great professionals out there. Class of 2021. Yo, you got a soul search now, right? Because this is your summer. This is your last summer to really think about, like, how are we going to use what we have available to us? So yeah, you guys got the whole year next year to make your senior film. I hope you guys pay attention to all this past senior film productions and really think, do some soul searching, do some meditating, and think deep down, like, what is something that you would want to walk away with? This is your opportunity to make a film where you don't have someone's thumb on top of you, being like, make this or make that, right? You make whatever you want. So this is your great opportunity for that, and I'm here to support you fully on it once summer break is over. Oh my God, we need a summer break, right, all? But anyways, yeah, I got the poster up here. I just wanted to really quickly, I wanted to shout out the Real You Set. The Real You Set had a fantastic piece that he sent in the other day. He called it the Real Distant Hobby. So if anybody out there is trying to get like those extra points and stuff like that, you know, we got all those real distant assignments and stuff like that. So take a peek at your Google Classroom. But one of the things I said was that you could make your own real distant project. And the Real You Set tends to have a talent and a skill he's been developing in designing shoes. And I thought that was really cool. He creates like this shoe nebula. So I want to give that a peek right now. Let's take a peek at what the Real You Set's got cooking for us, all right? Here we go. Turn this music up a little bit.
Yeah, this album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from, that called the police on me, and I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. To all my peoples in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? So I'm good, baby, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. So we packed up everything up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap a practice the Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape back to my tape out. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the active max. Remember what we do? The hard. You never put the hip hop and take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rock right. Time to get paid, blow up like the World Trade.
Hydro dip. Check that hydro dip out.
Yeah, this album is dedicated to all
He's got the
teachers
hydro
that
dip
told me I
action,
never amount to
folks.
nothing.
Hydro dip.
That lived above the buildings that I was hustling.
hydro dip. Yo, that was phenomenal, you set. And it's really cool to see your process, bro. Like, I love that sculptural element of the dyeing of fabric. It's really phenomenal. My wife is a fiber artist, and we are always collaborating and stuff like that, and she's always making very memorable pieces. Um, but always like kind of bending the rules of what fiber art can be. And I just find it's so interesting. There's so many connections between different art forms, right? With, we got um, fiber art and time-based media. We have we're creating all these threads, these lines in time space, beginning, a middle, and an end. Right, so threads, they all have like a beginning, middle, and an end as well. Maybe they don't end, maybe they don't begin, but it's a constant through line. It's a constant timeline that's happening, and then when you have these different timelines interlace, they create the fabric of space time, I believe. But anyways, I just it's interesting. I really love seeing dyeing fabric, and you create like this kind of like nebula looking thing on your shoes. So perhaps it could be, people could pay you to like customize their kicks. Be an interesting idea if you had like a website and you're like, oh, free custom, the real you set sneaks kicks. I dye your nebulas onto your soles, bro. Whoa, getting a little crazy. Some music in the background. My kid's watching some 50s television, I think. Oh boy. Gonna have to talk about that. But anyways, yeah. So fantastic work, the real you set. The real Kevin, we talked about your recipe yesterday. He made us some cookies. That was really cool to see. And shout out to all my Tap of Film majors out there. We went over some of the recipes. We had the real Anna LA giving us some love with her real time lapse. I thought that was fantastic. If you're looking to create like a newer piece and looking for a prompt, the real distant time lapse is a great way to do it. Set up your camera, find a location. Could be a shadow on a wall changing. The clouds tend to be a go-to for time lapses, or like what Anna Ellie's doing right here. She's just capturing the street over a longer period of time and then speeding it up. So, it's great when you take a couple hours of footage and you condense that to 5 seconds. It becomes quite sporadic. Also, most phones have a time lapse feature, so you don't waste storage on your phone. But feel free to like experiment with things like slow motion, experiment with locking your exposure, trying to get the phone out of auto function and trying to play with it manually. Right, Oscar? Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, I'm surprised. I meant to bring you in earlier. But also playing around with composition can be an interesting concentration. So like right here, I've talked about it through and through about how this entire stream, the way I've developed it, is based on my artistic sensibilities. So I always try to have a foreground element, right? Foreground, middle ground, and a background. Also, I like to follow the rule of thirds. That's my thing. Sometimes I like to break it, but generally I try to kind of keep an eye on the rule of thirds, breaking up your frame into thirds. So if this entire vertovision was broken up into 9 blocks, there would be a line right here, the lower third, a line right here where my eyes are, vertical lines, one right here on my spine, and one right here. All right, so big grid with a square in the middle. Ooh, shout out my dad's business, Cape Ann Charters. They take scuba divers out on a boat. It's pretty cool. That's how I got my start. Was actually helping out my dad teach his scuba lessons when I was like 10. And that's how I started taking pictures too. What is up, Nia? Welcome to the Real Marcoux. How's it going? Great job this week. Great job this year. Oh my gosh, getting work done in a very creative way through quarantine. It's been a phenomenal thing. But hey, I meant to shout out the radio show that's happening tonight. Theater majors are going to be up on the Tap Stars YouTube channel, 7 o'clock virtual doors, 7:30 showtime for some theater radio plays. So if you're looking for something to do tonight, yo, check it out. I'm doing all right. I got to be honest, it's been probably the hardest. week of my life, I'd have to say. You know, last year I lost my mother-in-law, and that was, I thought, like one of the hardest things as well. But I lost my best friend last week, so that was very, very tragic for me and difficult. But, you know, making good things out of bad things, that's for sure. Been going through all these cool tapes, dude. Back in the day, that's all I used to do is I've hundreds of tapes. So I've just been duping it and making some old school music videos that are going to be off the chain, because me and my bro James Reed Morrison the third used to make like sick stuff together. So I'm just compiling it all, and you know, stay tuned on my Marcoux pictures over the summer, or my other YouTube channel. I have another Nick Marcoux YouTube channel. Check those out if you're looking to see what my professional work is. But I'm planning on spending the summer, since I lost all my work, all my event work that I normally do. Normally I shoot concerts, I shoot like mainstream artists, doing Summer Jam and Kiss 108 concerts and crazy stuff and weddings, but all that work fell through, so I decided I'm going to focus my time on my personal art. And a big part of that is me and my boy James Reed. So I'm going to be putting together some ripping music videos, and I even made him a specific memorialized YouTube channel. So that's going to be a big artistic journey that I am undertaking. But yeah, that went a little too long. Thank you for saying sorry. I appreciate it. And big hearts, big love out there to everyone who's lost family members and best friends and friends and people during this time, during 2020 and before that. My heart goes out to everybody who is, life and death is a part of our existence, and celebrating and remembering those greats that changed us is very important and enlightening piece of life. Would life exist without death? Would great things exist without remembering those great times, the things we've learned? You know? Yeah, film is crazy. Film is oftentimes the knowledge and the wisdom of teaching into reality and living life. You could be a great technician, you could be a great artist, but when it really comes down to it, it's like, what have you experienced in your life? I've went through school. I've been privileged in my life to have opportunities like go to Rhode Island School Design, and you lived in a big kind of crazy world of enhanced privilege, which is pretty crazy. And you see around you, and you see a lot of people that don't necessarily have to work as hard as some others to kind of make ends meet and stuff like that. But I did a lot of that. I worked like 2 jobs while I was in school, and dealt with a lot of personal stuff throughout that time. I had great friends like James Reed, who kept me going and really supported me throughout my whole life. And I went through some really tough times, but it's those hard times, it's those times when you're dying to get something to eat, when you're dying to get some opportunity, that really thickens your skin and makes you experience some of the turmoil people can go through. So you can kind of reproduce it in a very organic and naturalistic way when you're creating work. And it's important to get those stories out there, because we're not going to learn or surpass ourselves as human beasts unless like we really like dig down deep, reconnect to people, connect to people we don't know, and make associations, right? Make collaborations happen, and um, find meaningful, even ground. So that way, I don't know. We're pushing enlightenment. We're pushing how far the mind can go. I don't know. I go on these kind of consciousness rants sometimes, but you look back sometimes and you're like, I don't know what energy I was just tuning into. Your brain is kind of like a radio. You're tuning in and out of different channels. Check out those radio plays tonight. Yo, it's going to be off the chain. And if you have the chance to check out those Tap of Stars senior class of 2020 performances, they're insane. absolutely insane. Watching the dance show at one point, I was like, what? I was just like, I'm just watching like something way better than any mainstream thing I've ever seen. Whoa. It's like kind of like I don't know, I gotta give a shout out to like I gotta say, I love Michael Jackson. I grew up loving Michael Jackson, but whenever Michael Jackson came out with a music video, it was like a prime time event. It happened at 8 o'clock. I was a little kid, like 10 years old, like in my leather jacket with like my mullet and my glove and stuff like that. And Michael Jackson's video was about to drop, and it happened almost every year. And it was just such an epic primetime event. Everybody was watching around the globe. People were celebrating, singing, dancing in their own seats in their own living rooms at the same time through television. And, that was what was happening with the TAPA class of 2020 performances every night, 4 nights in a row. It was like a prime time event, big celebration, big surprises across the board. Slam and job. Congratulations, class of 2020. But yo, we're 15 minutes in. If anyone has any questions or requests, you can feel free to hit me here. You can DM me. Most of you have my email, pretty easy to find. And again, you can find me through multiple venues, channels throughout this week and even through the summer. I'm going to try to put my phone and my tech in the drawer so I can focus artistically and get some like time for my daughters and all that stuff. But generally, if you have a concern, even if it's over the summer or something like that, I do get to things. Sometimes it takes a week or two, or sometimes a little longer, but I do get to it. Life gets in the way sometimes. So just know I am here. And honestly, if it's an emergency, most of you have my number, so you can text me. So, but I'm here for you. This is reality. We don't cut people off in reality. But looking forward to next year because the live streaming unit's gonna be fire. The live streaming unit, oh boy, it's gonna be sick. Yeah, I've learned a lot through this whole experience. We're at, episode 38 now. 2 more episodes, guys. Sheesh. Got virtual awards night up on Wednesday night, so that's tomorrow night. And then we'll kick it off with a finale here Thursday, 11 o'clock. Good old At the Real Marcoux season finale. Season finale. So I'll try to have some surprises. We'll see what I come up with between here and now. But guaranteed it's just going to be kind of maybe me just like showing some awesome work that we've had throughout the last couple quarters and, breaking it down like I always do. Depending on how much involvement I got, I always like to interact. So, and always feel free also to chat on the YouTube because I really haven't had much of that. I've had a little bit, but you can always chat with me. Next year, if we continue this stuff in this kind of format, just so you know, a little heads up, what I may end up doing is making it a requirement that you sub. And I hate to do that, but it just makes it easier if I'm going to be trying to keep tabs online and stuff like that. And you know what? Down the line, no pressure or anything like that, but you probably should have a YouTube channel. You probably should have it. It's just a good way to establish a portfolio. It's a good way to learn. You could always keep it private. And it's just that way you learn the quirks of it so we can support other people. Because I always talk about like how filmmaking as freelancers, we need to like adapt to things. And which I'm so excited that everyone has adapted with me here through the IGYT Google Classroom madness that I'm spinning here because honestly, just the wherewithal of getting between all those programs makes you a valuable technician. For me to call someone and be like, hey, can you check that Google Classroom and download that thing for me right now? Now. And I'm on a film. Well, that's super useful. So like being able to like think on your feet and troubleshoot is like probably one of the world's biggest skills as a filmmaker, period. Right? Just being able to troubleshoot, being able to think, right, on your feet. And being able to say when you don't know. That's huge. That way we find the person that does. And then we all learn. Woohoo! Seriously. But wow. Yeah. All over the place today, Marcoux. Yo. Part of the game. Tuesday. I always come in with more of a ball of energy on a Tuesday. Yo. You got it. But yeah, I still got one on the live. That's pretty fantastic. Sheesh. What am I missing today? But yeah, tomorrow we will have Tappa event. I don't know how many people get the link, but look for the virtual senior awards. And if you don't have access and you want access, just try to send messages out to your advisors or hit me up or something like that. I'll see if I can get permission and get you involved. But I'm gonna roast the senior film majors. I roast them every year. It's my chance to like try my stand-up comedy routine and not care about it so much because I don't have to teach next year, so I can say whatever I want. Oh, sorry, that came off wrong, but we have some fun. We have some fun, and yeah, radio shows galore. At the Real Marcoux, 11 a.m. for 2 more episodes. Episode 40, season 2 coming Thursday. Please join. Love to have a big turnout on my last day, and yeah, subscribe to all the other stuff. Check it out in the real world. Check out Marcoux in the real world. We got some pretty nice stuff up there sometimes. Gonna blow it up though. Pay attention. Blow it up. Stuff I'm cooking right now. Oh yeah. Found like 60 beats in my buddy. Oh boy. Is right. Yo. So, anyways, yeah, 21 minutes in. I think I'm gonna cut it. Tune in tomorrow, 11 a.m. If anyone has any last minute requests, hit me right this moment because I'm gonna cut it. Got other stuff to get going here, but it's been phenomenal having you guys involved. Nia, Kevin, Matthew, you guys have been awesome. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate the work that all 3 of you have been coming up with. It's been outstanding, truly. So keep doing that stuff because honestly, it does not go unnoticed. It inspires others around you, and not to mention, sometimes you don't even know you're inspiring someone that like maybe doesn't have a voice, is like off in the corner, maybe a little bit more real distant, and maybe you're provoking something, some greatness to keep this fluid methodology of existence, the greatness that is the artist's mindset going forth and growing naturally like a cosmic brilliant moss. Keep it real out there, folks. We'll be here tomorrow. Peace. Take it easy.